Good morning, guys. Dale here, of course. We are at Wahweap Campground, Lake Powell, Arizona. I almost forgot to grab video of this. Today's checkout day. Almost forgot to grab video of this. We've just been so busy with pool and basically being a tourist. We went on a river rafting trip. That was pretty cool. Went and saw Horseshoe Bend and spent a lot of time at the pool and chilling out a little bit. So we'll get some video of this campground and I'll show you the lake here real quick. Is right across from the campground. Pretty cool, huh? Great scenery. And we took the riverboat rafting trip, if you will, all the way up to the beginning of the Grand Canyon. So that was really cool. It was about a 2.5 hour, 3 hour-ish trip downriver and that started at the Lake Powell Dam. So they generate hydroelectric power, and that dumps and essentially creates the Colorado River. And there's of course springs and things like that that also feed that river. So one thing to note, guys, on your GPS when you come into here, this road, I don't know if it's Lake Powell Road or if it's Glen Canyon Road, but the address when you put it in here is something like 100, let's just say Glen Canyon Road, right? You're going to put that in your GPS and it's going to make you turn right at the intersection, because the whole road behind me is considered 100. So there's not like address 102 or address 103. The whole thing's 100. So don't mess up and hang a right. Make sure you turn left. And that's something like 89, and it's you turn right onto the Glen Canyon Road, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And then you come to a stop sign and you'll be kind of staring at the resort, and you'll have a decision to make, left or right. Go left, because the whole road, like I said, is 100. It's not very helpful when you're showing up for the first time. It's a little confusing. So anyways, so you'll turn left and come into another left right there, and then hang a right into the campground check-in area. And it's a nice office, and it's got a little camp store. And we also have back here, back behind that U-Haul, it's probably a little 30-person little amphitheater, and it's kind of cool. We went to their ranger program up there last night, or not last night, the first night we were here. We'll just tool over here real quick to the little amphitheater. It's kind of cool. So they gave us a quick history lesson of the area and who's explored it. And make sure I don't wipe out here on these little bumps. So the park ranger came and got a little parking for your bikes and stuff back here. So the park ranger had they call it their little ranger program, and she gave a little history lesson, about a half-hour history lesson, right when the sun set, so we could see the screen, and basically gave us the history of this place and the name of some of the rocks, mountains, how these guys named it. One of them's like Pac-Man Ghost Rock or something like that they nicknamed it. We saw that on the riverboat tour, and that was really cool. And we'll continue on with the tour so you guys aren't bored to death here. Exciting for me. Sorry it's kind of lame for you guys. Sorry about the wind noise, guys. We'll kind of cut over here back past the checkout area, because that's the way you're going to come in at. And another thing to note about being right here, we are so close to the Utah border. Literally at the end of the campground is Utah, and right now I'm in Arizona. So it's very close. So your phone freaks me out every time. So your phone will jump from 1 hour 1 hour ahead or 1 hour back, depending on how close you are to the border. Or you can just sit there and watch it go 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. It's pretty, sometimes it's unnerving when you got to be somewhere on time. And most places here, sorry about the wind, guys, most places here will say Arizona time. Like, be here 10:30 a.m. Arizona time. So at least they clarify, because it does get a little confusing. And now all the loops are designated with D or A or B or C. I'll just go through a few here, guys. I'm not gonna go through all of them. It's a rather large park, and they have both pull through and back in. And now you guys are going, oh no, you're cringing because you got to back in. Don't cringe. Super easy to get in there. These sites are pretty big, man. Pretty big sites. There's one of the pull throughs right there facing the lake. How beautiful is that? What a great little pull through site. And the same with this one. We'll just stop here and check out. Now this is one of the back ends right here. Pretty nice. Now if you're backing into this site, this would be on your driver's side and it would be a snap, and you wouldn't have any problems getting into here whatsoever. Maybe if you went off a little bit on that side and got a little close to that tree, maybe. But these are nice big sites. These are bigger than Tombstone. Nice big sites. They're not worried about trying to smash everybody in here and make money. Not that Tombstone was doing that, because they had a lot of room, but most private campgrounds are like that, especially your RV resorts. And then you have some extra parking here that this guy did, and another pull through. And most of your interiors are all back in. We'll just sit here. I got to cover this mic up so I can kind of roll through here. I'm not going to do it too hard so you guys can still hear me. But you can see the size of these back end sites are nice and roomy. And you're not staring at your neighbor's sewage. That's very nice. There's ones on these sites on the back end, or on the back side of the loop, are even larger. But look how much room you've got there. How much room you've got here. Just huge sites. Most of these, this looks empty right now, but most of these are Class C rentals. So they all pack up during the day and go do their thing, and then they come back about 6 p.m. And then here's our site here. Scouty hiding underneath the camper because it is blazing hot. So look at the room between that little Class C and us. It's a fair amount of room right there. Now I don't know about tent camping. I believe they do. We met a couple that said they were tent camping here. I'm not sure if that's off Loop D, but I have not seen it. But I know that they must have some, per my conversation with another couple that we had met. And then just showing you guys some of the sites. And they have a lot of those little chipmunks out here, man. Ton of chipmunks out here. Again, Kind of have my mic, or the mic covered up my fingers. There's 25 right there back in. Now you might have some problems with this one for them trees. I gotta kind of roll here. I got some Class C sneaking up on me. You might have some problems with the trees, guys. You always got to look up. Make sure you're not gonna scratch your RV or damage it. Peel back any of the roof membrane. That would be really bad. We'll just kind of go up here. It's about 10 a.m. and checkout's 11 a.m. So I'm busting it here. We'll just kind of roll through and show you guys what it looks like. And different loops have different spaces. And that one back there in F looked like it was a little tighter. Nice Montana on the pull through. And they do have shower houses. The unfortunate thing about it is that they require tokens to use the shower house. And also for the pool, you use the resort's pool, and you have to pay the resort to use their pool. So it's not kind of all-inclusive. That's one of the down sides that I have found at this campground, is that it seems like everything is extra. The laundry is super expensive. It's $250, I believe, for like a half hour or something like that. Renee said, crazy, just a little bit pricey, but you kind of get what you pay for. It's a very nice campground. It's full hookups, 50 amp. And I haven't told you guys this yet, but the power has gone out at 2 separate other campgrounds that I have stayed at. Isn't that weird? I've never had that before. Just completely out. I crawl into bed one night and the power goes out. And that was at Distant Drums. Very nice resort. Couple reflections up on the hill, and we'll just drive through this little full hookup site here. Now the one thing that I did notice, I haven't encountered this before, is that they decided to put their sewer, at this 45-degree angle, which is a little bit weird. Normally they're just flush in the ground and you have a 90-degree elbow that goes into the ground, and all the honey goes out of your RV and into the ground, you know. But they got it on a 45, so I had to kind of rig mine up a little bit to get it to go on there correctly. But I did, and just used a little creative engineering. We'll continue on. I just wanted to show you guys that. They also have fire rings. There was, for a while, a fire ban. Here's a shower house, and they do recycle. That's nice. And the dumpster, and they have those at the end of every loop, or close to the end of every loop here, so you can dump your trash and recycle, and that's nice. Versus trying to locate the one dumpster in the entire park. Because that has happened, and you're scratching your head going, hey man, where's the trash at? Because they don't pick up. We'll roll through loop F here. It says full hookup, but it does look a little bit tighter. This does look like a little bit tighter spot here. And me and Levi both popped our front tires on something in here. Yeah, these are definitely a little tighter spots. Looks like a buddy site, but they're facing the other way. They're not facing towards each other, they're facing opposite. So that's kind of nice. And this is Loop F. And what I find is really cool is, and here's your dumpster and your recycle and your shower house. And a nice painted up Solitude, that's pretty. What I was going to say though, what I find is pretty cool is that we've met a lot of foreigners here, like Dutch and French and just like German, like a lot of Europeans. I don't know if their marketing strategy here is targeting that area, but this is the first campground that we've been in with such a high, minus the Grand Canyon, there was a lot of rentals there, but there is a lot of Class C rentals like those with Europeans, and I think that's awesome, man. I think that's awesome that people are coming over and experiencing the RV lifestyle from abroad, man. I tried to give away I put DEF in the truck, diesel exhaust fluid in the truck this morning, and I'm always nice, and I try to give that jug away to somebody, because usually RVers are very handy people and change their own oil and just use a jug for something, you know. What's the saying? You give somebody a 5-gallon bucket and they'll love you forever. Well, I was trying to give away my jug because I hate just throwing it out, and I don't want to keep it for another 1,000 miles. And the lady was like, I don't know, I don't know what you're saying. Basically, talk to my husband. So I was trying to give it to him, and I guess they were renting that little, I guess they were renting a Sprinter van type conversion. And he spoke English, his wife did not. But it was just it was just a cool little encounter. Alright guys, we're back on Loop A. We're just going to tool back up to the rig here. Give you another shot of everything. Sorry I didn't go through the whole campground. It is rather large. I think they have something like 200 some odd sites here. It is a large setup that they have. But the view is beautiful from here. I can't really see the lake a whole lot from the back, but the front from here is outstanding. And if I was here for a few more days, I would rent a boat and get out on the water and just tool around and check out the lake. We did do the rafting tour. That was cool, but there's something about having your own little bit of freedom to motor about as fast or as slow as you want to go and stop and eat and splash or whatever, you know, because I guess that's what I'm used to. There's the rig up there. We're getting ready to pack up and get out of here. Going up to Coral Sands today, and according to the GPS it says it's about 3 hours. There's Levi waving at you. So that translates into about 4 when you add in stops and slow traffic. So I anticipate about a 4-hour trip today, and you're supposed to be able to slide down. You're supposed to be able to slide down the white sand, which is really cool. Or actually, not white sand. According to some people that we met, it's actually pink sand. So we're kind of looking forward to that. Unfortunately, I'm only staying one night. Had I known it was pretty cool to stay there, I would have probably booked a couple more nights. But we're just kind of going to hit that overnight and then work our way up to Moab. And then we've got a Jeep tour lined up there. And we'll see what other good trouble we can get into. Alright guys, if you like my tour and video and content, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And as always guys, get my hand ready here. As always guys, go out and hug a loved one. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.